Yo, what's up? So how you doing? You know, my day has actually taken a very weird turn right now. I need to go restock on this. Damn. Hope your days are going well, and let's get on to it.
A few moments later.
So I just made it over to Junction, and I already have what I want to try out. As you can see, done with all that. I already got what I wanted, and that's it. Do something on story time today, by the way. So let's wait up for that.
1 hour later.
So I said I was going to hit you up with a storytime vlog today, so let's get into it. Today I'm going to be telling you about the day that I almost lost my life. Like, it was I thought that I got over this, but I just have to tell you guys, by the way. So let me just hit you up with some basic information. It happened in 2009, and we were actually going to bury my late uncle in Coast. So generally we just use the road. Okay, some of us use the road. Rest in peace, Uncle Jello. So this is how it went down. So a couple of weeks before that day, my mom had asked me if I wanted to use a plane to go to Mombasa. Like, we were going to connect from Mombasa, so she had asked me if I wanted to use a plane to go to Mombasa. She had already booked herself a ticket, so it was just for me to agree and we go. So okay, previously, like 2 years before that, like 2007, actually going to be funny. So 2007, the plane that I used to get back from Mombasa was coming down, man. Wow, this is actually two times when I almost lost my life. It was literally going to crash. Oh my god, I was freaking out. I even tried. I was like, how many years old? 2007, 8 years old. Yeah, I was 8 years old. When she asked me, I was like, nah, I ain't getting on that plane. Nah, bruh. We opted to use the car, and at that time, it was pretty easy. So what happened was, I was using a government vehicle, although it was a key. It wasn't like having a government license plate. So I was there, the driver, bodyguard, me, my auntie who cleans the house, and my actual auntie. So we woke up that morning, and everything was going well. We dropped my mom at the airport, and as always, speeded off into Mombasa Road. Yeah, so we bought all the random stuff at Nakumatt Embakasi, and added a lot when I don't know, like 300 or no 100 kilometers into it. So basic positioning: driver, bodyguard at the front seats of a Nissan Patrol, and my aunts on the sides, and I'm sitting in the middle. The middle seat usually has like a belt, which is only down here in the earlier Nissan Patrols. So I remember we made one stop, and we had just passed a couple of black zones and talked about accidents happening on Mombasa Road very often in the recent years. That was like 2007, 2008, 2009, earlier on. So I wish you guys knew how many retakes I've taken of this. So we just passed Makindu town, and obviously we had reduced our speed. So my guess is that we were moving at somewhere between 80 kilometers per hour and 100 kilometers per hour. And basically we just passed a Pajero, like a government Pajero, and there was a trailer on one side and something else. Okay, a blind spot. Basically, let me just call it a blind spot. After we have passed the car, we are still moving, and we can only see the trailer, but so we see the trailer and we're still moving, and we actually just see another car coming on, and it's like halfway, already past halfway across the trailer, and we are almost approaching the trailer. So what I saw was a small Corolla, like Outback, the ones with like a flattish back. So what happened was that Corolla appeared right in front of us, and the trailer was literally like basically almost at the same level. And of course, when you're overtaking the car, the Corolla was coming at a much higher speed than the trailer. So it's a decision. You either get into a trailer and die completely, or you go back to or you stick on your lane. And it was a definite head-on. Like, what I remember clearly was I remember I was looking at my aunt's phone, because that time I had some very interesting phone that I'm not even going to mention right now. So I remember the bodyguard like hadn't put on his seatbelt, so what he said was, "That's danger" in Kiswahili. So he said "hatari hiyo," and then he like pulled his seatbelt down and plugged it in. So wow, like I remember it was just a huge screech, like skrrr. Okay, what I basically remember is I saw the car, saw the trailer. I noticed that we had like started braking, like a serious emergency brake, and from that moment I just had a total black. I didn't even see the impact, did not see nothing. I only saw the car. After he'd said Hatari Hill, that's the only thing that I saw, and I saw the car like, let's say 2 meters away from where our car is placed, like randomly where our car is placed, and obviously speed and 80 to 100 kilometers per hour on us. So what I'm guessing is that it went something like, okay, so I think I like blacked out for more than 3 minutes. I think legit almost 3 minutes. I blacked out completely after I saw the car and we started braking. I didn't see the impact, did not see us, basically. So in that moment when I had a blackout, I couldn't feel anything. I don't even know. Like, it was like I was asleep. But when I woke up, so the only thing that I remember when I woke up, when I looked around and I saw as if the roof had like caved in. The roof of the car had like caved in. The roof of the car, the top of the car has caved in, and I could see white particles falling everywhere. Like, it was almost completely white, but I could just see white particles falling everywhere. I looked to the side, my auntie was conscious. I looked to this other side, and the auntie who cleans my house is screaming for help. She's in complete trauma, and I didn't say anything. Let me not lie, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say any word. I didn't. Wow. I just looked down, and when I looked at my shirt, the only thing I saw was red. I was actually pretty disappointed when I saw blood on my shirt, because it was a shirt that I really liked. It was a shirt from, it was basically a shirt from the animation, the Flintstones from earlier on. So I saw blood and I wondered where it had come from, because I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel like I was bleeding from anywhere. I didn't feel anything. So the funny thing is that I was chewing gum in my mouth before the accident. So when I spat it out, it was just full of blood. I remember I also spat out like one of my teeth from behind here. Like, it was literally in my mouth, just like, and then Yeah, I spat it out. It's full of blood. Wow, I looked at my shirt and I was super, like completely surprised. I couldn't even believe it. So what I did was I removed my belt. I remember at that time, like the door to the side of my auntie had been removed. Like they've literally like removed the door. I don't know how that happened, but they removed the door, and I didn't even care to like take my shoes or anything. I just walked out of the car in socks, man, because you know I was sitting with my legs on top of the chair, so I just walked out of the car and walked around. You know, I was following my auntie. I don't know what was wrong with me, but for some reason I couldn't really think straight, so I followed my auntie up till she went like down the road and to some grassy thing. And as I was walking towards that grassy place, by the side of the road, I looked back at the car, and it was a complete wreck. You know, you probably don't understand what I mean because I don't really have photos of it, but just imagine a Nissan Patrol that has the tires have absolutely no pressure, and it's like pressed. The tires are like thin, like this thin. The top of the car has caved in. The engine is out. Every window is spoiled. The doors have the two doors are off. Two windows are broken. The windshield is completely messed. And the other Corolla car, like, it just, I can't even describe it. The engine was just scattered everywhere. And you know, so I was lucky enough not to see. The other car had 3 people. A lady, 2 ladies, and a child. So one of the ladies was not with us by that time. The second one had blood all over her, and the child lost her life. I don't know if it was a he or a she, but she was a baby who was being carried, and she's no longer here. Yeah. So may their souls rest in peace. So please comment rest in peace once you watch this video, because you know I've never actually said that from that day. I don't know why, but I got to learn that they had passed on after quite a long time, and I said it at that time. But if you're watching this video, may their souls rest in peace. May their souls rest in peace. Please comment down there. So lucky enough, the car that we had passed was a government car. You know, the scene looked like a complete wreck. I can't even describe it. Like, even the worst of accidents that I have seen have not gotten to the car to that level. I've not seen any car that has been damaged to that level. It was completely written off. Both cars completely written off. You know, we were lucky. Our car, we were lucky. Like, all of us survived, but the other car, 2/3 of everyone, both people, 2 people out of 3 are not with us anymore because of that accident. So lucky enough, the car that we had passed actually was a government car, so it like picked up those of us who were injured, like the lady from the other car. me and both my aunties. The driver and the bodyguards remained on the scene. Like, yeah, they remained on the scene basically. So we were rushed back to a hospital at Mekindo, and I had not noticed anything weird about my body at all. Like, I didn't notice anything. So I sat down for a while, and then I was like, okay, like I felt as if there were pieces of bones inside my mouth, so I felt as if I needed to go like wash my mouth, rinse my mouth. So once we reached the hospital, I don't notice that anything was wrong with my body. Like, I didn't feel anything weird. So what we did was we were seen by the doctors, and my aunt was put in the she was basically told to like chill because she had trauma. Both of them had trauma. So I actually felt as if I had some bony materialish thing inside my mouth. So I decided I would go to the sink to like wash my mouth, like rinse my mouth. So when I got there, I felt okay. I looked at the sink. Okay, first of all, I obviously opened the tap and put some water in my mouth and spat it out. But I noticed that there was something dripping from the bottom of my chin, like right here. So I put my hand right over there, and what I felt was a complete hollow. Like over here, it was completely hollow. It was super. Okay, it felt completely weird. Like it was touching inside your body, so it was really weird. There was a complete hollow on my chin, and my auntie told me that there was swelling on the back of my head, like right here, the right back of my head. So meaning that that belt that I was wearing, what happened was during the impact I like went like this and hit the front compartment and hit my head at the back once it stopped. So had a swelling and a huge cut at the bottom of my chin. So I was stitched, got a new shirt, got slippers, I got sandals. I was bought for sandals. A couple of my mom's friends came to see me. Oh wait, immediately after the accident, the driver called my mom, and she was super worried after hearing what had happened. So okay, she had already reached Mombasa, so the world started spinning on her. So even my sister was supposed to come with us, but she opted to come the next day. So when they heard about what had happened, they were shocked. Yeah, that is the day that I don't even know. I don't know. I actually thought, I don't think I'm supposed to be with you here, but that tells you that there's someone who was watching over me, over us generally. They stitched me up, and okay, we got another car, and basically we headed to Mombasa, slept over there for a night, and went. And the next day we were at my uncle's burial. So basically, guys, telling you this gives me more psych to like do what I'm doing right here. It gives me more psych for life, like knowing that day I was about to like leave this world completely. Like, most people wouldn't even notice. Like, nobody would have known about it for like a while, until I appeared like in the news, or the people who I was talking with, maybe. But generally, it was like an eye-opener, telling you that not everything is to be taken for granted. Like, absolutely nothing is granted. That day I would have left my mom. She would have arrived in Mombasa, and then if the worst happened, she would have gotten that call, and maybe I wouldn't be here. So it like gives me so much psych for life. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, So if you're watching this, just make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Join me in doing what I like doing. Like, I don't know, I just got a certain energy towards this vlogging thing like a couple of weeks back. So I have so much like yesterday, even if you're following me on Instagram, you know what I wrote. And generally, if you subscribe, you're joining SmoothFam. So join SmoothFam, and so I just realized that life is short. You need to do what you love doing. Like, legit, if there's something that you really like doing, don't end up doing something that you don't like in your life. You'll just be living a lie. Like, it's true. Like, there's sometimes like a few like a month ago, I was having problems like finding out about why does everyone go through the same thing. School, work, and death. School, work, marriage, death, basically, and that's it. So if you love doing something, like, make sure that you do what you love doing. And I noticed that I've been looking at numbers more than I'm looking at content that I'm making for you people, and it's sad. But now that I've realized it, that I'm going to be making more videos, like super, like every single day. Like, it's every day, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like this could be a lost vlog, but it's not. It's a story time vlog. So episode number 2. I want to focus on you guys. Like, I want to share my life with you. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the bell so that you get every single video every single day, because I'll be uploading every single day, and I'm not joking, every single day. So and I haven't found an outro. So SmoothFam, give me an outro. But for now, let's see, what am I going to use? So I'm going to like rap something small that I like. It just came to my head right now, by the way. So let's. I'm so young. I'm just younger than Chuck the Youngin. I just got into this ball game, but we're about to get it poppin'. Hey.